This is Earl Amin with the 2020 Foresight Podcast, where CEOs of small to global companies share their insights. It is 6 questions in 9 minutes because top CEOs know how to listen and be concise. So let's get to it. Question number 1. In just a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Trenace Richardson, and I am the founder of Real Women Rock. We create safe spaces for women to do personal development work on themselves through sister circles. And I'm also the founder of Leading with Soul, where we help women leaders lead from their soul authentically.
Outstanding. Question number 2. What's the best thing about being the CEO?
The best thing about being the CEO is the freedom to actually do the things that I dream about doing. I love being creative. I love being purpose driven, and having the freedom to do that and not be assigned what the work is I have to do, but to create it out of me is wonderful.
Indeed. Question number 3. I hear from other CEOs that leading their team can be a challenge, seeing the road ahead. What are your thoughts?
Basically, balancing the need of support depending upon the person and their individual work style, I would think is the biggest challenge for me. There are some high maintenance employees who need a lot of micromanaging, and I'm not a big micromanager. so that's more of a challenge for me than dealing with the low maintenance, the one who takes initiative, the one who works really well. So identifying what kind of work style an employee has and managing and balancing the different work styles is a challenge.
Indeed. All right. Well, question number 4. What piece of insight do you want to share with other CEOs?
Wow. So the biggest piece of advice or insight I would share with other CEOs is to know thyself. I really do believe that it's easy for CEOs to do and be what they've seen others do and be, and not be authentic to themselves. And so I feel so adamant about this that I've created 7 pillars of Leading with Soul, which is the framework I've created under our membership community. And we have to know ourselves regarding character, courage, culture, compassion, the content that we create, being creative, and our effective communication styles. We have to know that about ourselves before we can effectively lead others. Or as we are effectively leading others, we learn that more and more about ourselves. Know thyself is my biggest piece of advice.
Awesome. Question number 5. What other successful CEOs like yourself would you like to acknowledge and should be on my podcast?
Ooh. So I have sheroes, I call them, in my life. And I just love to highlight women leaders because I think, we are the new emerging folks as it relates to CEOs and leaders. I would just name Dr. Vicki Johnson, who is a mentor of mine. Sandy Washington is a mentor of mine. Both of them have their own businesses and have created nonprofits as a result. Tajala Battle Lockhart is someone else who is a peer of mine that I greatly admire. I'm sure there are others. Those are the 3 that pop up initially. Another peer is Dr. Sanithia Newby. And so those are some that come to mind because they have blazed some trails, taken some risks, and done some things to create that I admire and that I've partnered with because I believe in what they're doing.
Outstanding. Now, question number 6, the final question. How do you celebrate a win?
Well, first, I thank God. I have my own little personal praise party when a win happens. I immediately, more than likely, call my husband and celebrate with him. I have a very close knit group of friends and family, and I would probably celebrate in these days with in a group text or by phone to celebrate with them. And then probably a little bit of a dance in my house with a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I may treat myself to a massage or a walk, something that I enjoy doing that is a bit of self-care. But those are some of the things I can think of that I've done in the recent past to celebrate.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, Dr. Richardson, it's been a pleasure having you on today. Tell us, how can people find you?
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure to be here. So thank you for the opportunity. I can be found at TrenaceRichardson.com, and that's www.trenace. Some people put an extra N in there. TrenaceRichardson.com. And on all social platforms, I can be found at my name or I am Trenace. And it leads you to all of the organizations that I've talked about, the work that I do, the books that I've written. All of that information is found there, TrenaceRichardson.com.
Outstanding. This is Earl Amin with the 2020 Foresight Podcast. For more insights, go to LinkedIn and search for the Gray Owl Company. Dr. Richardson, thank you.
Thank you.